commentator, so that's gonna suck. But at least I don't have to listen to him, so that's good. Um, yeah, like I said, it's the Central Arkansas versus Missouri game, the first SEC game of the season. So I'm very excited to see that. Like I said, going to be streaming first SEC football on this channel. Going to be a continuous thing this year. Um, Obviously, I think that it's going to be an absolute blowout. Like I said, I did watch. I did actually watch some Central Arkansas last year, mainly because of David Walker, who is now a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. But Missouri is going to be a very interesting watch this year because there's a lot of production that left. Like obviously, you had Luther Burden who left. Yeah, I had Armand Membu. You had I'm can't think off the top of my head the other tackle. He's also gone. Obviously, Cook is gone. So right now, I mean, they're showing it right now. Like I said, you have two quarterbacks that are battling. Sam Horn. He's the one from the basically MLB. Yeah, Bo, who was probably going to stay at Penn State if Drew Aller didn't decide to come back. So I'm interested to see how both of them go. I know that Bo is going to be starting out the first half, and then Sam's going to come in the second half. They should both have plenty of opportunity to kind of show out. They're showing now the new renovations that is going on in Missouri, like Missouri Stadium. I'm excited for that. I mean, I'm really excited as well. I'm going to the Vanderbilt Auburn game. As you can tell, I'm an Auburn fan, so I'm excited to see like their new add-on to their stadium as well. I do want to go. I do want to go to Missouri Stadium, and I almost went last year. We decided not to, so I go to Kentucky game. But I do want to. I do want to go see Missouri's new stadium once it gets finished because I don't know. I might try to tie it in with the Kansas City Chiefs game because I do want to also go to the Chiefs field. So without further ado, the kickoff's about to be underway. Like I said, so Missouri's going to start on defense. Oh, hey, Emmanuel. Yeah, no, I want to talk about the Micah Parsons thing because like it has caused a whole thing. I I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Part of me is happy, part of me is upset, and part of me is furious, and I'll explain why. But without further ado, Luther, I don't know, is it Reich? It's probably Reichson. I don't know. But he is the quarterback for Central Arkansas, and they're going to start for the 25-yard line. They got pretty big. I don't know who that right tackle is, but he's pretty big. All right, so first down 10, going to be a handoff, and going to try up the middle, and gets about almost 6 yards. Good carry there by number 0. Like I said, I'm not going to know that much for Central Arkansas. I'm not going to know as many of their players. There will be some people that I know for Missouri, but a shift, and now it's going to be a direct snap, and then it's going to be a handoff to the quarterback who fakes a toss, and then, like I said, they tried to do a trick play, try to throw it to the tight end, but didn't quite work. Nice pressure there by Missouri, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 4 with 14:36 remaining in the first quarter. I don't know why, but the Central Arkansas like head coach looks familiar. I think I've just seen his face before. Anyways, so 3rd down and 4 from the 31-yard line. Going to send the running back out into motion. Going to be QB draw. He's going to get the first down up to the 40, up to about the 44-yard line. Great job there by the quarterback getting that first down. He's got a little bit of speed to him. Oh, there's a flag. Dadgummit. There's a flag. Holding. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. Holding on the offense on number 7. Was he? Let's see. And it wasn't necessary. It wasn't. He had already had the first down by that point. Dadgummit, that sucks. Okay. Well, now it's going to be 3rd and 8 from about the 27-yard line. Start to get to 35. Shotgun formation. Going to send the running back out. Drops back to pass. Has got time, throws, and it is caught, but it's still going to be fourth and about 3. So punt's about to ensue. Almost would have been a nice little drive there. But unfortunately, that holding call does back them up, and they do not convert on third down. So Central Arkansas, 3 and out, and about to punt the ball away. And back to return is the transfer from Mississippi State. Like I said, I'm excited to see him, Coleman Jr. Him, and then they have the sophomore running back who last year was at Louisiana Monroe and dominated there. So I'm interested to see how both of them are going to be doing. And oh my gosh! Oh yeah, that's definitely a flag. He got absolutely clobbered. I mean, he fair caught the ball and got absolutely clotheslined. So yeah, yeah, that's good. That's gonna be a penalty. With 13-18 left to go in the first quarter, Missouri's gonna have good field position. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Oh shoot, I forgot to turn off my notifications. Dadgummit. Hold a second. Hold up a second. Do not disturb. Yeah, he absolutely got clotheslined. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, so starting off at the 36-yard line is going to be Bo. Like I said, he was the backup at Penn State. Was going to be the next great Penn State quarterback, whatever you want to believe with that. But instead, Drew Aller comes back, so he decides to leave. Like I said, he's got some legs on him though, so I'm interested to see how like his dual threat ability. And it's gonna be a handoff, and Ahmad's gonna get about 3-4 yards, something like that. Oh wait, that's not the guy. That's number 20. I thought it was 29. Hold on a second. All right. Anyways, fast pace. Going to be another handoff, and is going to get. He's pushing forward and gets about 3 yards. So nice job there. It's going to be about third down and about 3. Yeah, Eli Drinkowitz. Funny enough, I don't know if you would say he's a Gus Malzahn disciple, but kind of the same exact way. So fast paced, and actually, okay, now they do have a mod back there. So shotgun formation, trips to the left, drops back to pass, and it's going to be a QB draw, and he's going to get the first down. He's going to get up to about midfield. So nice game there, about 7-8 yards. That's going to be a first down at midfield with 12:15 remaining in the first quarter. I keep on thinking that 0 is a 9. I don't know why I keep on thinking that 0 is a 9. So it's not Ahmad. It's I don't know who number 20 is. I just kept on thinking about number 29. Now they have him in there. Now they have Ahmad in there. All right. Going to send a tight end in motion. Going to be a hand. Oh, actually has a handoff off to the left side, and he's going to get about 2 yards there. Kind of ran through that tackle. But yeah, that is Ahmad Hardy. Like I said, he had, I want to say, like 1,300 yards rushing from Louisiana. Yeah, Louisiana Monroe. That's what it is. Louisiana Monroe. I'm excited to see him in the SEC. I don't want him to do good against Auburn, of course, but like I'm excited to see him. So we got tight end coming to motion over to the right, and going to be dropped back to pass. He's got time, taking a deep shot, and that is going to be a touchdown. Great speed there, and that is going to be number 2 with the catch, and 6-0 with 11:06 remaining in the first quarter. Yeah, he kind of just threw it up and just let him run underneath it. Like I said, it should be a blowout. I would be very surprised if it's not. But why are they going for 2? They can't be going for 2. Why are you going for 2? All right. And it fails miserably. Like legit. They tried to do a swinging gate, which like you kind of telegraphed it. I don't. Okay, well, 6-0. I don't understand why you did that, but okay. So are we gonna go commercial break or we're not? I don't know if we're going to commercial break or not. It doesn't seem like we are. But 11-6 left to go in the first quarter, and it's 6-0. After Johnson, number two, run like I said, like he's fast, so he's kind of just able to just run underneath it, and also Central Arkansas. So, you know, okay, okay, we are going to go to commercial break. Okay, so let's talk about the Michael Parsons thing because it's simultaneously like makes me happy because like it's just a Jerry thing to do. Like he gets so butt hurt because the whole entire situation was like for a while there, I was like, well, no, they'll just make it work. It's just Jerry doing his whole thing. It's he's going to basically pay Micah Parsons and way more than he probably could have. Like, I think if I remember correctly, there was a shot he could have paid Micah Parsons like $35 million a year, but he didn't. He waited too long. And the fact that you didn't want to work with an agent, you came into the meeting you came out of the meeting thinking you had a deal done, but then Mike was like, "No, you didn't really have a deal done." So then you feel upset because now you got to bring in an agent that you didn't want to talk to. I mean, it just makes no sense. It makes no sense why that's the case. Why we are what's even the word I'm looking for? Why are we are doing what we're doing? Like why are we having this problem? It could have been easily solved, but like over the last couple of days, I started to get very concerned, and I'll explain why I got very concerned because I was like, okay, I don't think there's any kind of way that we can make this work. Because like at first I was like, you know what, maybe like Jerry can be like, oh, hey, we'll pay you this much, yada yada yada, because like obviously Michael Parsons wanted to be there in Dallas, which some Dallas Cowboys fans who are just like totally against him. I don't understand that. You know who Jerry is, but when it was really yesterday that I was really like, yeah, I don't know where he's going, but he's not going to be in Dallas anymore. And the reason why it confused me, but also made me upset, was because um, I have been behind on my deadlines that I set for myself for the videos, and I have been working very hard on getting out the NFL Offseason Survivor Series. And I was going today, before the game got done, I was going to finish up editing and then have it ready so that all I got to do is after the game today, I could just, post it. Can't do that anymore. And it's over 40 minutes of footage, over many, 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 many hours of filming and editing. And now it's kind of just gone to waste. So I'm like, that kind of sucks. But I'm glad that I waited. I'm glad that I waited, and I didn't try to go. I didn't try to post it yesterday. And I gotta reshoot things. I gotta. Not only do I gotta reshoot things, I gotta rewrite things. And so like, okay, well, it's probably not gonna be done by the season start, but it'll be fine because it'll be a bit better than what it was. Because let's just say I had the Packers going out in episode 3 and the Cowboys going out in episode 5. So that would not have been the case. Now, sorry about the first down 10 for the 25-yard line. Central Arkansas, nice completion on that little RPO. Gets up to, I think it's about 9.5, maybe gets first down. No, I can say 9.5, so it'll be second down and inches to Henry. Sorry about that. It frustrated me, but it made me happy. All right, so from 34-yard line, and that's a false start. Oh, they're not going to call it? What? All right, well, it's third down to 1. But yeah, no, Emmanuel, I agree. Like, it's been a rough like 7 months for Dallas. The fact that this happens within 7 months, you lost two of your biggest stars. That's crazy. So third down to 1, 10:42 remaining in the first. Still 6-0. And going to be handoff, and it's going to not even close. Not even close. It's going to be 4th down and 1. I mean, if you're Central Arkansas, why not just go for it? Yeah, just go for it, man. There we go. Like I see, aggressive. I mean, you're getting paid regardless, so. I do wonder how much Central Arkansas got paid. Because I mean, you're going to SEC team, so you got the SEC money on SEC Network. So I wonder how much they're getting paid. But 4th and 1 from the 34-yard line. I'm sure they're going to try to see. Oh, it's 7 seconds remaining. Yeah, they're just going to call timeout. Yep. Okay. So they tried to get him to jump off sides. Definitely didn't work. And probably they're just going to punt it away. So it is still 6-0. I really need to figure out how to do a banner on this. I need to figure that out because especially when some of the bigger games starts popping up, I want to have that so people aren't going to be like, what's the score? But going to go to commercial break. But yeah, that the whole Micah Parsons news kind of threw me for a loop because instead of finishing up the edit like I was going to do, I was just watching videos because I was like I had a feeling this was going to actually happen, but I didn't think it was going to happen. Or the trade, like the trade value that you got, because like the fact that, and I'm sorry if you might be joining later or whatnot, and you might not be paying attention to the NFL that much, but the fact that you only got 2 first-round picks for a team that was already good, like Packers were already good, back-to-back going to the playoffs, already good, and you didn't get an edge rusher. That's the thing that takes me off. Because, yes, you got Kenny Clark, and you needed Kenny Clark because your run defense has been atrocious. But now you add Micah Parsons to an edge rotation that still has Rashawn Gary and Lucas Van Ness, who's like a lot of has some progressions, and now he doesn't have to have the pressure of starting, and he's just going to be a rotation. So Rashawn Gary is still a great run defender and occasionally can be a really good pass rusher. Add on there with Micah Parsons, and so like I just feel like at worst, both of those first round picks are going to be 20 at worst. So like I don't. I don't understand why you didn't at least try to get somebody else outside of Kenny Clark. I understand why you did it, but I I texted I texted my Dallas Cowboys fan friend, and he was like, wait, wait, what do we get? I was like, you got 2 firsts and Kenny Clark. He's like, that's not good. I'm like, no, it's not. I think that's a little bit of an understatement. He's like, yeah, no, it's terrible. And I was like, I just don't know. I don't know what Dallas's the plan is anymore. Because initially I was like, oh well, they'll still have like 3-headed monsters. So have the triplets, but it'll be like defensive end with Micah Parsons, and they'll have CeeDee Lamb and Dak. But now I'm like, unless you're hoping that you bottom out, but you don't have the roster to bottom out. That's the thing. You don't have the roster to bottom out. Like you're still gonna win an easy 7 games, if not 8 or 9, just because of the talent you still have on the roster. You're probably not gonna make the playoffs either. That's the thing. You're gonna have a good enough season, but have a bad enough season that you can't make the playoffs. So you're stuck in limbo, and it is a 4th down, and I don't know. Okay, because they say it's a first down. They're gonna say it's a first down. It was close. It was close. That second effort got it. So 1st down and 10 from the 35-yard line for Central Arkansas. Oh goodness. Yeah, no, that was great pressure by number 5 there. I mean, to be fair, the pulling guard, absolutely blown up. But 1st down 10, go take a deep shot, and oh wow, oh my gosh, that's PI. Yeah, that's PI. It was underthrown. Okay, I'll give that. It was an underthrown ball, but I mean, literally, Missouri's cornerback didn't even have his head back. He was just like ran through the wide receiver. Crazy. But no, with 9:23 remaining in the first quarter, and Central Arkansas is actually going to have some pretty good field position. Uh, like I said, I still don't understand why Missouri went for two. So he did actually turn his head around, but barely. And I mean, he's basically just like pushing through. So it doesn't help that it was an underthrown ball. That doesn't help number 15's case. But like, if you turn around, that's a pick. So first down 10, going to be throw out to the kind of like a running back wide receiver, and he basically like loses a yard. Um, Interesting move. It was like a running back swing, but he's more like a body of like a smaller wide receiver. So, anyways, second down, and they say second down 10 was like 10 and a half. Are we under center or are we out in shotgun? Oh, we're out shotgun. All right, shotgun formation. We run back to his left from the 50-yard line. Going to send wide receiver in motion over to the right. Drops back a pass and is going to throw across the middle and has a nice room. And unfortunately, there's going to be a flag. Are they? Are they going to try to call that? That's not a block in the back. What are they trying to call? They threw a flag in the area of where like a running back like set up a block to kind of like free the drag route. So I don't understand. It wasn't a block in the back, so I'm trying to figure out what that was. Okay, so an eligible man downfield. What? They said where did that happen? All right, so 84. Uh, hmm, it's off to the side. I don't. That's not a block in the back. That's not a block in the back. That's definitely not a block in the back. You can say, like I said, bad formation. So like he was an eligible man downfield. But that's not a block in the back. Anyway, second down at 25 from the 35-yard line. Like I said, wide receiver in motion. Going to be handoff to him, and this gets up to 40, up to about the 43-yard line. Like I said, number one has some speed on him. He was the one that was in the backfield for that little running back quick out. But third down is still like about, what, 17 probably? 18. So third down to 18. Still, I don't know. I just don't agree with that block in the back. Because like I said, that's a 15-yard penalty. So that's third down to 18. Shotgun formation, trips to the left, running back to the left. And going to be a draw, because of course, why not? They basically get up to about the 50-yard line, 49-yard line of Missouri, basically back where they were. So it'll be fourth down and 10. It sucks because, like I said, they basically had a first down, and then that block in the back was ridiculous. Anyways, so fourth and 9, going to be to punt the ball away. With 7:10 left to go in the first. It kind of feels like it hasn't been. Oh, it's almost been 30 minutes. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. This feels a lot better than the last game that I streamed. And punt is away, and it is going to be out of bounds at about the 20-ish yard line, somewhere in there. South Florida is up against Boise State, 17-7. That's crazy. I will say I didn't believe that Boise State was going to be like the what were the group of five representation in the college football playoff. I thought that was a little bit overblown, but I did not think they would be down 17-7 to South Florida. But yeah, Emmanuel, like I said, what's crazy about the Herschel Walker trade is I've watched the Jerry Jones documentary. And the reason why I say Jerry Jones documentary because it's like, yeah, it's Dallas Cowboys documentary on Netflix, but it's basically Jerry Jones. I watched it technically twice. I watched it once to actually watch it, and I was like, should I make a video of it? And then I was like, nah. And then I watched it while I was doing my fantasy draft because I was like, let me get in the mind of Jerry Jones as like a joke. And actually, I actually had a pretty good draft. I'll give myself credit there. And just the fact of like you can definitely tell that Jerry wants his credit, and like the fact that like him and Jimmy had such a long standing like who actually talked about who actually had the idea of the Herschel Walker trade. And I really think that Jerry thinks that this is going to be the Herschel Walker trade, but it's not. It's a totally different NFL than what it was the Herschel Walker trade. Like no one's that dumb anymore. Well, I don't want to say that. There are definitely some GMs that are dumb out there, but no one is going to have the same exact trade that you had there, and you're not bad enough to take advantage of some of those picks. That's the other thing too. So, uh, at best for Jerry, let's say Packers make it to the playoffs, but then they go one and done. Fine. If they go to the playoffs and go one and done, then you're in that 20 to like 24 pick with the Packers, and then wherever you land off, let's say you go 7 to 10, you could potentially be top 10, but more than likely be like that 11 or 12. So you have 11, 12, you have like 24, something like that. So yeah, you could have two really good, hopefully really good starters, but it's not guaranteeing anything. And then you go into next, you go into 2027 draft, and at that point, you're looking down the barrel of okay, well now this CeeDee Lamb, this Dak Prescott contracts are about to come up. Are we gonna trade them now? What's like there's so many questions now for the Dallas Cowboys future because of this trade. Because what exactly is going to happen? Like if they hit it out of the park, then that's perfectly fine. But I just don't think that's going to happen. And that is going to be I think it's a false start on the sorry about that. First down and 15. All right, so first down 15, 6:51 left to go in the first quarter. All the way back at the 13-yard line. Going to be handoff to the running back. And he's nice push. Really nice push. Gets back to the line of, original line of scrimmage. Going to be second down and 10. But yeah, no, it's very similar to the Khalil Mack trade. If I'm gonna be honest, it's very similar to Khalil Mack trade, which does not bode well for the Dallas Cowboys. All right, so second down 10. Going to send tight end in motion over to the left. Draws back a pass. Bo, nice little short pass there to the tight end. Gives about 7 yards, and it'll be third down and 3. Oh, the clock stopped. Did someone call a timeout? Now it's. Oh, okay. No, there's injury. Okay, whoops. Number one from Central Arkansas is like tightness in his leg. That's not good. It said it was 80 degrees, so I don't know if it's that much. Okay, the Mac, what you got back, and the kind of player that you're getting. Like, um, honestly, the Khalil Mack trade was just like incompetence from the Raiders, and I feel very similar with the Micah Parsons situation where it's a lot of it just incompetence. It's just like why it should never have gotten to this. But from like what everything we've seen is like Micah Parsons was happy to be there, but it just went so far south in the last couple of months. Empty set on this. I would expect probably a bow run here. Nope, actually throw across middle and nice catch there for about 5 yards. That's gonna be a first down. To number 3. There we go. Get him involved. The transfer from Mississippi State. Or maybe they did. I wasn't around then. Like I said, it was from what I remember. The Khalil Mack check is like I said. That's been 2018, so that's been gosh 7 years ago. That's crazy. First down 10. Gonna send Coleman in motion. Gonna be a running back. That's gonna be The baseball player, Sam, and he got absolutely upended. But nice job there, getting about 7 yards. I didn't realize how big he was. He's got to be like 6 foot, like two. Oh, he's down. That's what. Oh, duh, that sucks. Sam Horn's down. Oh man. Oh man, that sucks. He got okay. He got submarine, so it makes sense. He probably got like a helmet right on the knee. Oh man. Oh, that sucks. So Sam Horn is the backup quarterback. He is the player that's from I don't remember exactly where he was playing, but he was playing MLB. He decides to come back, try to play some college football. Comes in for a wildcat formation and then gets absolutely obliterated in the knee. He is a huge dude, absolutely huge mass. Yeah. Oh man, he can't even put any kind of pressure on his right leg. That's oh man, that sucks. He got 6 yards in the play, so second down to four with 5:03 remaining in the first. This oh man, I hate that for him. Yep. He tried to put some pressure on it, and he was shrinking it. But the way he was looking at it does not look good. 40. I know he got flipped. Ooh, yep. Right on the knee. Bo drops back to pass, throws, and it's gonna be great catch. I mean, really great throw too. Great catch up to the opposite end, 39-yard line. That's gonna be a first down. And guess what? That is Coleman from Mississippi State once again. Like I said, I'm excited to see Missouri. I still think they go like 7-5. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a down year, but I'm excited to see them because I think Coleman's pretty good. And I like their running back. A little pitch there to Coleman. He's got some blockers, but unfortunately, the tight end did not do his job at all. Number 35, I think it was I don't know if it was a safety or as a cornerback, but kind of like went underneath the block and was able to able to tackle him for no gain. So it's going to be second down and about 9 or 10. Yeah, it's going to be second down and 10. 3:35 remaining in the first quarter. Still 6-0. Bo drops back to pass. And it's going to just, okay, well, nothing. I think he tried to dump it off to his running back, but it did not help at all. So third down and 10, 3:16 remaining in the first quarter. Formation with number 20 to his left. Drops back to pass and is going to have to scramble out to his left and is going to cut back and ooh, golly, got absolutely lit up. Got about 8 yards on the play. It's going to be fourth down about 2. You got to be a little more careful, Parbula. I mean, your backup just got, I mean, like, he had a nice cut. He had a really nice cut. But he got absolutely destroyed. I mean, like, let's see here. Like, I mean, that's also kind of dangerous, too. He almost did a little stinky leg with his leg right there. And then he got absolutely just obliterated up top. So, this is going to be a long field goal from about the 39-yard line. It's about a 49-yard field goal kick from the left hash. All right, kick is up, and it's going to be good right down the middle. So it is going to be 9-0 with 2:22 left to go in the first quarter. And Missouri is leading, but like I said, Central Arkansas has had some early successes. Unfortunately, some penalties back them up a little bit. But let's see what Central Arkansas does in the next drive. But yeah, Emmanuel, kind of what we were talking about before with the Khalil Mack trade. I don't remember exactly if it was like that he was. I think he's going back to. I think Sam Horn's going back to the locker room. Yep, he is. That sucks. We're not going to commercial break. Never mind. I thought we were going to commercial break, so I was going to talk about the Khalil Mack trade a little bit more. But Michael Parsons trade that is kind of similar to the Khalil Mack trade. I am pleasantly surprised. Thank you, SC Network, for not just cutting to commercial all the time like the ESPN did. That was ridiculous. The Dublin game that I streamed was cutting to commercial way too much, and showing the same exact commercial every single time. Like switch it up a little bit. All right, so kickoff's on underway, and it is going to be for a touchback. So we first down 10 from the 25-yard line for Central Arkansas. Still 9-0, 2:22 left to go in the first quarter. Also, I bought this not really knowing what it was. Is this Trolley Mountain Dew? And the only reason why I'm drinking soda, because I usually don't drink soda that much, is because like I know that I'm gonna be kind of tired by the end of this stream, so I'm trying to get back into streaming. And it's zero sugar, but that Trolley makes it kind of weird tasting. Like it just tastes like a gummy worm. Um, it's not bad, but it kind of tastes like like the Gatorade at Taco Bell. If you ever had it, it kind of tastes like that. Nice catch there for number 6. A nice spin move too, and it's gonna get up to about the 32-yard line. So nice gain there, about 7 yards. Be second down and 3 for Central Arkansas. With 2:05 left to go in the first quarter, let's see if Central Arkansas can get something together. Going to be a handoff, and he's going to try the left side. And he's going to be just short. So it's going to be third down and a long one. Now it's number 40 with the tackle. Like I said, still trying to remember some of the players from last year for Missouri. Like I said, I think this is going to be an interesting team, though. It's third down and 1, and it's going to be a handoff. He's going to try the right side, and he is going to be, nice job at number 40 once again. Wraps up the tackle against the ankles and brings him down. If not for him, it would have been easy first down for the running back. So fourth down and 4, lost about 3 there, and Central Arkansas once again is going to have to punt the ball away. Why do you hate Skip Bayless? At the next commercial break, I'll talk about Skip Bayless because Skip Bayless to me is in the same boat as Paul Feinbaum and as a Panthers fan, David Newton. And I will explain why. So from the 32-yard line, Central Arkansas to punt the ball away. And let's see here. It's going to be return to the 20. And it's going to get up to about 25. Push forward to get back to the 27-yard line. 27-28. Are we going to commercial? We've got 38 seconds remaining, so I hope we're not going to commercial. All right, let's go. We're not going to commercial. Okay, good. All right. So still 9-0 with 38 seconds remaining. If I'm Missouri, I'm probably just going to run the ball here. I would assume. I do like Eli Drinkwitz, like him building up Missouri. I just think that the loss of talent they have is probably going to make them go a little bit further down. So I think I predicted them to go 7-5. Bo drops by the pass, must be a screen, and he caught the ball. It looked like it was supposed to be a screen, but he gains about 4 yards there, so clock is running down. Probably second down and about 6, second down 5, 1 and 2. 20 seconds remaining, and I think they're just going to let the clock run down. Oh, it was almost a screen. That left tackle or left guard decided not to go. Okay. Second down 6. 8 seconds remaining in the quarter. Going to be a pistol, and going to be a handoff to the right side. And about getting 3 yards there. So it's going to be third down and 3. All right, so let me explain why I don't like Skip Bayless. One is the fact I used to watch him, like Skip and Shannon all the time. Like I said, and I loved Shannon Sharp, from Undisputed. That's when I started really getting into like what Shannon Sharp was starting to say. Obviously, comes out a little bit later that he's not the greatest person, or not really. And so like I would watch them all the time, and it would always be just like, it has to be, just the most insane takes I've ever heard in my life. And it never felt genuine. And so I hate that about um, certain. I'm trying to think of the best way. I hate that about certain people who are supposed to be reporters, are supposed to you're basically the news, and it never feels genuine. It always feels like you're trying to sell me something. Because like that's the reason why for me personally how I conduct all this kind of stuff. I never want to come across like I'm trying to sell you anything. Like this is how I actually feel. And the other reason why, like, I talk about him in the same as I talk about Skip Bayless, the same as like a Paul Feinbaum, or even like a David Newton, is I feel like they're constantly trying to find for the most negative thing to like spark upon that, or they made their livelihood off of a negative. So for Skip Bayless, he made his livelihood, especially like a lot of his popularity, and then eventually going into television when he was a journalist from the '90s Cowboys. And like obviously, like I said before, watching the Jerry documentary, but like I know for a very long time that like that's basically how he got his a lot of his followers, a lot of his popularity. Paul Feinbaum the same exact way. Paul Feinbaum really hit it off in the '80s, and it unfortunately it was because of Auburn that he got his big break. Because yes, Paul Feinbaum, Alabama fan, but before the '80s, the Iron Bowl wasn't really as what it is now, and so after Bear Bryant died, and you have Bo at the top, and then Auburn started to the started to win the Iron Bowl a lot more because we had won like for like 10 years. Um, we're starting to be better. We're starting to be the better team than Alabama, and a lot of Alabama fans were ticked off about that, especially in Birmingham, and that's where Paul Feinbaum started. And then especially when Auburn was like, okay, well we're no longer playing in Legion Field. We're going to play at our home stadium, and starting in 1989, that makes it so much more. Where Birmingham, a lot of Birmingham Alabama fans calling in Paul, like let him know like everything like this going wrong. And then in the '90s, when Gene Stallings they win the national title in 1992, the whole Antonio Langham story, where basically the autograph, the agent, and all the NCAA sanctions that goes down to Alabama, Paul was covering that, and that's how he gets a lot of. That's how he got a lot of his credibility when he was talking about that kind of stuff. So like off of like a bad press for a team, that's how he gets a lot of his popularity. And then it just so happens that when the SC Network comes into play around 2013, they're needing somebody to like fill in that slot for like that 2 to 5 every single day, and that's how Paul Feinbaum gets even bigger. And it frustrates me because I watch it every now and then because I'm like I just had to have something on in the background, and it's slop is what it is. It's absolute slop because I don't understand how people can get that mad, and I wish I would stop watching it, but it's taking on the same thing with the Skip Bayless, where like I just feel like I have to because I would just be like, what are they going to say now? But anyways, nice game there by number two Johnson, who had the touchdown grab earlier, up to about the 48-yard line, first down 10 for Missouri. This is not. So I'm supposed to be commenting on the game. Sorry about that. Sorry, it was at a commercial break. But I am commenting on the game Missouri versus Central Arkansas. But we were talking about Skip Bayless for a little bit. Every now and then I'll get on. We'll any kind of comment. I'll answer questions or stuff like that. Because like I said, this is the game. I do the commentary for the game. Obviously, can't show the game. For obvious reasons, like obviously I get copyright strike, but I can do commentary, especially like tell you formations and the score. So Bo is going to be empty set, bunch to the right, going to be a screen pass, and nice job, nice blockers up there, and kind of slides in though, and going to the 40-yard line after that penalty that backed it up to first down and 20. So now they get basically back to the original line of scrimmage. We have about second down and 11, 13:55 to go in the second quarter, still 9-0. But yeah, SOPA. In case you're new here, like I said, I usually do NFL, but I've kind of gotten into doing college sports this year. So excited for you to join us. So Bo throws out to the right side and going to get up to about the 49. It's probably like third down and about two, not but third down and about one. So with 13:30 remaining, third down and one. See, Missouri can convert this. Like I said, they're still 9-0, but there's been a little bit of struggle in the very beginning. Bowen pistol formation going to be a handoff to the running back who is going to cut back and he's going to get a great scene up to about the 41-yard line. It's going to be a first down for Missouri. That is once again Ahmad. Like I said, he has got some really great speed, really great speed. Ahmad, like I said, he is the sophomore running back who had a great freshman rushing year for about 1,300 yards at Louisiana Monroe. Transfers over to Missouri and very excited to see what he can do. So from the 41-yard line, going to be another actually play action pass, and throws it to the tight end. Gets about 1 yard there. Great pressure by Central Arkansas on that PA boot. So it'll be second down and 9, 12:35 remaining in the second quarter. Yeah, the cornerback on that blitz there, it's almost got himself a sack. All right, so second down and 10, because I guess they said for no gain. Bo's going to be in shotgun formation and going to have a run back to his right. Drops back to pass, immediately gets pressure, throws up to the flat, and unfortunately, because that pressure is going to be incomplete. So it's going to be third down and 10, 12:01 remaining in the second quarter. Yeah, you can kind of look at some of the Missouri fans. They're not too happy right now. Like, you're still up 9-0. It's not bad, but like the fact that your quarterback got absolutely crushed, that shouldn't happen. That was bad blitz pickup right there. Third down 10, 12:01 left to go in second. Shotgun formation with run back to his left. Drops back a pass and is going to scramble and is going to throw it to the running back in the middle, and he's going to get stonewalled, and it's going to be about fourth and about 2. So 11:47 left to go in the second quarter. It's going to be fourth down 2. I mean, if I'm Missouri, I would go for it. I mean, you're still up by 2 scores technically, so I mean, you get to put in some of your packages, try to see if you can be able to get this first down. All right, Ahmad's to his left. Going to send wide receiver in motion over to the right. Going to fake the pitch. Now going to try for the left side, and he's going to get the first down, but barely. It depends. I think it's a good spot. I think they're going to give him. I think they were giving the first down. Yeah, Bo kind of lost his helmet there, unfortunately, but I do think he got the first down. My question to you, the director, is: do you like Skip Bayless, or did you watch the which one? Which one was that? Did I talk about Skip Bayless? How fans expect to react? I guess something like how fans wish that press conferences went. Something like that. I made a video. Bayless in a negative light. Oh, barely. They barely got that. It's like by that much. So first down for Missouri. 11-12 to go in the second quarter. Yeah, yeah. I can understand Central Arkansas being a little bit upset. They thought they got to stop there. All right, so here's interesting too. Because Bo lost his helmet, he has to go out for a play. So now the true freshman Matt Zollers from Pennsylvania, he's got to go in for just one play. So what we doing? Because of the backup, because like I said, because Sam Horn got his leg absolutely just obliterated. So hand the ball off, a nice spin move there by Ahmad, but it's not going to get anything. So back to line of scrimmage, and we second down 10, and Bo's going to come back in. Number 34 for Central Arkansas is doing having a pretty good game. Williams. I legitimately am watching Central Arkansas a little bit more because David Walker was an interesting watch last year. So I'm trying to remember who I watched from Central Arkansas outside of him that kind of popped off. Because obviously I want to see like some of the diamonds in the rough too. So Bo in empty set, and he gets absolutely, well, not really absolutely obliterated, but he gets sacked back about the 40-yard line by number 11. So we third down and forever. So great job by Central Arkansas. I mean, obviously, it's still a third down and forever, so you still got some time. But with 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter, it's only 9-0, and it's outside of field goal range right now for Missouri. And let's see here. Oh my gosh. So the left tackle, you can't lean there. The left tackle leaned and got out of position basically, and got ripped, and almost picked. Almost. Oh wait, no, not almost picked. Almost caught. It's 4th and 17. A little bit of a high pass about Bo. I was rooting for Central Arkansas there. Almost got picked. So it'll be 4th and 17. 9:30 remaining in the second quarter, and Missouri's going to put the ball away. So, like I said, it's been a little bit sloppy. Um, so that's interesting. But yeah, no. Green there, if I remember correctly, Green, I think he's better suited as guard. He was guard last year. Oh, they're going to attempt a field goal. It's a 55-yard field goal attempt, and the kick is up, and it is going to be. It looks like it's going to be good, and it is good. Okay, so he had a 55-yarder. So 12-0 with 9:33 remaining in the second quarter. So far, the Missouri kickers look pretty good. He had a 49-yard field goal earlier, and then he hit the 55-yard field goal. Good on him. And it's like it's kind of it had enough distance for about like a almost a 60-yarder. So kid's got a leg. All right, so now we're at commercial break. Skip basically even worse now than he is on the air. All he does is hate on Mahomes. I agree. I said I think Skip Bayless has created this character that is a lightning rod for controversy. So how do you get a lot of people to hate you? Well, you either go after people who are considered one of the best in the game, because you know people are going to be like, are going to talk about it. Um, or you just say the most vile stuff. And thankfully, he hasn't done. Well, he has done that too, because oh my gosh, the whole Damar Hamlin situation with Skip Bayless was absolutely. I was flabbergasted that he even thought about posting that, but then again, it doesn't surprise me. But you can either do overhating on Mahomes or you can absolutely glaze Mahomes. And obviously, I don't do either one. I think I'm kind of like in between. So obviously, like Mahomes is really good, but you don't be like, he is the Lord Jesus, because that's obviously blasphemy. But some people do act that way. Um, but it, a lot sometimes it's like over hate, because it'll be like, oh well, Patrick Mahomes will be nothing without Andy Reid. I'm like, okay, is there a possibility that they're both good for each other? Because that can legitimately be the issue, or not really the issue, but that could be the case. Because that's kind of the case with Tom Brady. Like, yes, Tom Brady left, went to Tampa Bay, but then he had Bruce Arians as a head coach, and Bruce Arians is an amazing head coach. Not only that, but he also had a really great team. So like, it's not downplaying what Tom Brady did, obviously, but it's also saying the facts about what kind of team do they have. So you're still saying you're not saying that, oh, he's a system quarterback, but you're also saying that like it helps when you have a really good head coach who always used to have a really good defense. But I think that a lot of people just think that you're hating. No, not really. A little bit of a squib kick there. It's going to be returned at the 10, up to the 15, up to the 20, and gets absolutely obliterated outside there. So it'll be first down 10 for the 20-yard line for Central Arkansas, down 12-0. Yeah, I also think that Skip Bayless is kind of going. I don't know the best way to put it. He's kind of going down this road of like now he's like trying to get back his spotlight, because it's kind of gone now that he doesn't like he's not on Undisputed anymore. So, what like now that he doesn't have is like his as big of a star as he used to. I want to say that. All right, so 9:28 left to go in the second quarter. Still 12-0. Central Arkansas starting the ball at their 20-yard line. That's a new running back in there. Going to be a play action pass. Is going to take a deep shot and that was actually pretty good. That was actually a pretty good throw. That was a pretty good throw. Great job there by number 4. Great pass deflection. Got his hand on there in the last time, but like I said, it was a decent shot. It was a pretty decent shot. Like I said, Central Arkansas so far has had some missed opportunities, but I mean, like I said, it's not bad. And it's right. It's like right in the breadbasket too. But great job by number 4 there. Like I said, bam, just punched it out. All right, second down 10 from the 20-yard line. Going to send run back into motion. Going to be a quarterback power, and I mean you can't really hesitate there. He got something. He's about 1 yard to be third down and 9. He kind of hesitated. Oh, I just realized I didn't quite say why I don't like David Newton. I kind of did. He just says the stupidest stuff. He says the stupidest stuff. Always stupid question. Always trying to get like the T. And he worked for ESPN. And we all Panthers fans just want him to not cover our team anymore because he does a bad job. Gets people's names wrong all the time too. But anyways, third down and 9. Shotgun formation, drops back to pass. It's got some time throws, and it's going to be caught, but only about 3 yards. So, going to be fourth down again for Central Arkansas. Going to be a punt. Like I said, it's just 3 and outs. Now, some of it has also been due to bad penalties, but Central Arkansas, unfortunately, your defense has done well. Your defense has done well, but it's still looking like Missouri's probably going to win this one, which is not surprising. It is surprising it's only 12-0 though. I'll say that. Still a little surprising it's only 12-0. So punt team's going to go underway, and it is going to be. That's a booming punt. Goodness gracious! All the way back to about the 21-yard line. Oh, he's got some room up to the 40, up to the 45-50, 45-40, and get about 35 out about the 30-yard line. Great return there by number 3. Like I said, the transfer of Mississippi State, and going to set up Missouri in great field position with 7:41 left to go in the second quarter. Hey, Baconator, what's up? Flacco shall lead us to the Super Bowl. I do have Mike. I'm hopeful for you. I'm hopeful for you, but I don't know. I'm a little concerned. I'm excited for the future because you'll be off of the Deshaun Watson contract pretty soon. But I don't know. I'm also excited to see what you do in next year's draft because I think you're going to have 2 top 10 picks. I don't feel that confident in the Jaguars just yet, especially with the first-year head coach. All right, so drops by to pass, a little swing action to number 3, who's going to get a nice little block, and gets about a yard. He had a nice little block, but he tried to get way too far outside, and that's Kevin Coleman. Like I said, they're showing the stats right now. Like I said, I remember a little bit about it because I watched some Mississippi State, but Mississippi State had a pretty awful year, so I wouldn't blame him for leaving. And he's explosive. I'll give him that. You have 2 really explosive wide receivers right now for Missouri, number 2 and number 3. So I'll be interested to see how they actually take some deep shots because, like I said, Bo is more of a runner. He can take deep shots, but he hasn't really shown it that much. And he is scrambling for his life on the second down and 8. And he's at a seam, up to the 20, up to the 15, up to the 10, is 5, and is in for a touchdown. Let's freaking go. Like I said, he's got some wheels on him. He was he was running pretty hard for that one. So Bo runs it. Like I said, he was running for his life, found a little bit of a seam right down the middle, and is able to outrun for the touchdown. So 18-0 with 6:48 remaining in the second quarter. And let's see if Mizzou just going to go for the 1-pointer. Like I said, they went for a 2-pointer the first touchdown, which I don't know why you do that. I mean, you're not Oregon 2009 to 2011. But, it's your prerogative. So it is still 18. Yeah, they're gonna go. They're gonna go for the extra points to make it 19. Uh, I didn't catch how you felt about Danny Dimes beating A. Oh, that's right. Okay, I'll say the next commercial break about Danny Dimes beating AR. All right, so 19-0, 6:48 remaining in the second quarter, and are we going commercial break? Yes, we are. Okay, so Here's the thing. I feel like Anthony Richardson after like this in last year when he got benched and when Bryce got benched and he came back and he did really well, a lot of people thought, well, if Bryce is going to do it, then obviously Anthony Richardson is going to do it. And I'm like, because going into that draft class, obviously it was C.J. Stroud, it was Bryce Young. There were some Levis truthers out there. I was definitely not one of them. And then Anthony Richardson was the one that was so hard for me to actually decide because I was like, I can understand. I was like, I could understand, you know, the hype. I could understand how you could see with some time how he can improve upon. But I was in love with his athletic traits, but I was in love with him being an actual quarterback. And I was like, it's going to take a lot for me to actually trust Anthony Richardson. So I'm glad I didn't hitch my wagon to him. A lot of Panthers fans wanted Anthony Richardson. I said no because I was like, one, I don't know if he's going to be as good, obviously, as like a Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud. I don't think he was going to. But also, he would remind way too many people of Cam, and I was like, that's not fair for him because it happens all the time at Auburn. Anytime there's a quarterback any kind of size close to Cam, is like, oh, this person's going to be Cam. Do you know who Joey Gatewood is? Probably not, but he got compared to Cam all the time. Jeremy Johnson got compared to Cam all the time. It wasn't even close. So, like, that's the reason why, another reason why I would just, like, no to Anthony Richardson. But going to the Colts, and Shane Steichen, the kind of person that he is, as far as, like, developing the quarterbacks, you were hopeful that he could develop into, a really good quarterback, and it just hasn't shown that way. And obviously, like he's had some highs and lows. He's literally had like some of the most incredible throws because just like he has an excellent arm talent, but then it's just the simple stuff that he just can't do. And if you're a quarterback, if you're well, not quarterback, if you're a team, your head coach of a team, your general manager of a team, and you just need just the basics things done, are you going to go with a veteran option and Danny Dimes, who is not the best option, obviously, but he still fits kind of the same role that Anthony Richardson would have, that you can kind of depend on to do the basic stuff? Or are you going to have Anthony Richardson continue on this path of where he's literally cost you games because of the turnovers, because of the stupid decisions, or like the unbelievably dumb throws on like a 3rd and 4 or something like that, and he can't even hit the flat. So I understand it. At the same exact time, you can understand why some fans would be like, if we're not going to be good, let's just see if we can get something to Anthony Richardson in his 3rd year, and then if not, then you trade him. But I was not very confident with the Colts coming into the season. I'm still not. I honestly think that they're going to finish last in the division. I think it's a little bit. I know it's a while for some people to think, but I think the Titans are going to be a little bit competitive. I think they're still going to be bad, but I think that the Colts are going to be. I just can't hitch my wagon to the Colts. And like I said, I think it's a lose-lose situation. So first down, from the 25-yard line, be handoff number 1, who breaks a couple tackles and gets about 5 yards to the carry. Nice shot by him. I said he's like a little bit of a tweener, a little bit of a running back / wide receiver. He's got some nice speed. So second down and 5. Like I said, once again, number 40 from Missouri. I'm trying to remember if I remember him from last year. But he's the linebacker for Missouri has done a pretty good job as far as wrapping up, being all over the field so far. So second down and 5 from the 30-yard line. Let's see if Central Arkansas can get something going. Going to send the tight end in motion over to the right. And it's going to be a handoff off to the right side. He's going to get the first down to get about 7 yards. And that's going to be a first down for Central Arkansas. Under 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Still 19-0. But yeah, no, I just Colts are in a difficult position, definitely so. Shotgun formation trips to the left, and running back is to his left. Going to be handoffs to the running back off to the right side, and he's going to bounce outside. And nice job there. He's going to get about actually about 6 yards. So it'll be second down and 4, 5:30 remaining in the second quarter. All right, shotgun formation. Running back to his right. Kind of do a little bit hurry up. Check it out. The center cannot snap to save his life. Goodness gracious. It is going like way out here, way down here. It's kind of messing with the play a little bit. It messed the play up there right there. So it's be third down and 3 after a gain of somewhat 1, but it kind of messed up the timing. So third down and 3 with 4:40 remaining in the second quarter. And it looks like Central Arkansas is going to call a timeout. All right, so 4:26 remaining in the second quarter. Timeout is called. So, like I said, it is a very crucial third down. If Central Arkansas doesn't get it, then obviously with Missouri, how they've been doing, if they're able to score on their next drive, then it's not like the end of the game, but it's like you're putting yourself in a bad spot. However, if if Central Arkansas is able to score on this drive, whether it be a field goal, better if it be a touchdown, it's only a 2 possession game. And that's reasonable going into halftime where, yes, you'll start off on defense, but like I said, you have the momentum going into halftime. So fighting chance of winning the game. So it is a very important third down for Central Arkansas. But let me actually, while we're at commercial break, let me look up who number 40 is, because I felt like I recognized. Because I didn't watch. I watched Missouri football, but mainly last year was on their offense because I loved Mizzou, um, and there wasn't really a defender that I was really looking at. Um, 2 years ago there was because of Robinson, but Robinson and Rakestraw. So let's see, what is his name? Let's see. Yeah, they moved. Like I said, they moved Caden Green to left tackle, which I think is a little bit of a mistake. I think he's more of a guard, and him reaching did not look good at all. Let's see here. There we go. Josiah Trotter. Okay, I don't recognize him, but he's definitely shown out. I wonder if he's the younger brother of Jeremy Trotter Jr. Come on, work for me here. Come on, our lads. Don't fail me now. Okay, let's see here. Josiah Trotter. Redshirt sophomore. Yep. His hometown is Philadelphia, so he was at West Virginia. And yeah, I think he is. I think he is the brother of Jeremy Trotter Jr. It would make sense. Yep, that's what I thought. All right, back to the game. So third down and 3. 4:26 remaining in the second quarter. Still 19-0. Big spot for Central Arkansas. Going to send a wide receiver into motion. Going to be hands the running back who is going to, yeah, he got absolutely stonewalled. Great job there by, guess what, number 40. Well, actually number 15. But 40 on the tackle as well. He is, like I said, I'll give it this. I'll give this about Trotter. He has a much better run defender than his brother, that's for sure. All right, so 4th and 3 from about the 45-yard line. Central Arkansas is going for it. They're going to try to see if they can get a jump off sides. I mean, I would. All right, drops back a pass. I know he's going to boot it, punt it away. All right, interesting. See if they can pin him deep. Oh, that's a nice job there. And gets him down at the 1-yard line. Wow, great job, Central Arkansas. So great little pooch punt right there by I think it's Reichson. I think it's Reich. It depends on how they say it. It's like Richesson. So it kind of depends on like I guess where he's from. Because it could be right or it could be Reich. But boost the ball away, and they down it all the way down to the 1-yard line. So let's see how Missouri actually does. And I will answer your question, Director, after this a little bit. Like I said, maybe they might finish out the drive, or like I said, they might go to commercial break at the 2-minute warning. So 3:38 remaining in the second quarter, still 19-0, but Missouri all the way backed up at literally their half-yard line. Two tight ends is going to, almost. Breaks away, 15, 20, 25, 30, down at about the 33-yard line. Oh my gosh. Central Arkansas was so close to having a safety, made a man miss, and then got all the way to about the 35-yard line. Oh, it was a flag. Oh, wow, because there was a hold. So it backs it up all the way. I mean, I don't know how you do half distance to go from the half-yard line. I guess it's quarter. I guess it's a quarter, but thankfully the hold didn't happen in the actual end zone because otherwise, oh, yes it is. Bro, Green is supposed to be good. But he is kind of, I mean, it's not really him that was the hold, but he kind of did hold on that one too. But he's supposed to be pretty good, but he has not been good so far with at left tackle. They got overloaded right now to the right. Like I said, Green is right now at basically tight end. So another handoff, and he is going to get about 3 yards there. So it'll be second down and about 6 at the 5-yard line. All right, 2:55 remaining in the second quarter. If I'm Missouri, I'm probably just trying to like run this ball. Like I say, drain the clock a little bit and try to get yourself a little bit better room to punt the ball. Because like I said, you're up by 3 scores. Your defense done a good job enough so far. But like I said, wide receiver in motion over to the left. Still got 2 tight ends to the right. And going to be a handoff, and he's going to try the middle of the field, and he's going to, looks like it can be short. About third and inches. So third and inches. Approaching the 2-minute warning. 2:15, and are they going to go for it? Or not go for it. Are they going to? It looks like they're going to actually try for the 2-minute warning. No, they're not. Okay. 3, 2, 1, 2-minute warning. All right. So when we come back, it'll be third down and 1 after the 2-minute warning. Still 19-0 for Missouri. But let me answer the director's question. So, do you think Shoutout is good or bad? And do you wish the media would stop talking about them? I'm going to say both. So I think that Shoutout is fun, and I kind of talked about that a little bit with my pre-draft process of him. I was never going to hitch my wagon to him because I think he has a lot more to work on than I think like as far as like what his actual strengths are. I said he had an outside shot of succeeding in the NFL depending on where he went, and unfortunately he went because for the Browns-Panthers game, like obviously, like I had to watch a Browns streamer, like to talk about the game, and seeing the absolute delusion from a lot of people, and yes, it's fans, but seeing the amount of delusion for a preseason game is kind of wild. Because it was like they were like, oh, we're not even really playing our starters, and we're like, well, we played our starters for one series, so it was baffling to watch because they were talking about like Shadur's gonna be the next great thing, and I'm like, even if that was the case, How in the world are you going to say that about the after he beat the Panthers? And I'm a Panthers fan, and I was just like, like I could understand if it was like actually like a like historically good team over the last couple of years, but it's the Panthers, and so I don't understand. Like I didn't understand the hype then. I still don't understand like the hype still now, where there's a lot of people who are saying like, oh look at Shadur and like 4 of the 5 of his offensive linemen got cut, and I'm like, yeah, because he was playing in like with like the third stringers, so like of course that's gonna happen, but it's like simultaneously the same as the thing. Like I think he's fine. I think it's overhyped a little bit, and there are some people who are so like they can't let go of their pre eval of him was like a lot of people like your Mel Kuypers or whatnot are in the same as the thing of just like, oh well no, he's gonna be good and like the NFL is gonna regret this, and I'm like no. Or you have the crazy people who are like, oh, Shadur is getting blackballed by the NFL. And I'm like, no, like he wasn't like this game changing quarterback. Like, I could understand it. Like, same thing happened to Bryce Young. If the same exact thing happened to Bryce Young that was happening to Shadur to these people, then I could understand that. I could be like, you know what? Yes. Like, I mean, the guy won a Heisman. He took the team to a national championship. I could understand that. But that hasn't been the case for Shadur, and I think that it's getting overblown. So it's getting a lot of people annoyed. So it just makes the conversation even worse because everyone's talking about like why are we still talking about him? And there's some people like, oh well, he's really good, but you don't even know it because you don't even pay attention or like you don't know ball, like that kind of stuff. And it's just a toxic. It's just toxic. It's just toxic. Is what it really is. And so I think he's good. I think he's fine. I think he'll have a role in the NFL as being a backup. But do I think he's ever going to be like a game changing starter? No. He might have like a decent run of like a couple of games because I don't know how the Browns are going to do. But do I think that it's going to be game changing? No, no. Sorry about that. Great first down catch for Mizzou. So we first down 10, 1:49 remaining in the second quarter. Um, at the 32-yard line. So first down 10 at the 32-yard line. Pistol formation. Going to send run. Oh, actually, wide receiver in motion, and is going to throw to the right side. And oh my gosh, what a catch! That was an incredible catch by number 0. It was not a great throw, but oh my gosh, I was like I said, absolute hands right there. So shotgun formation. They're showing right there. Yeah. Oh my gosh, fingertip catch. Bo's got all damn to throw, and another great catch from number 0 who's going to try to get. He should have gone out of bounds. That's fine. Great grab there. Great little run there. Gets up to about the 38, 37-yard line of Central Arkansas. So 126 remaining. Got all 3 timeouts remaining. Got all 3 timeouts. Going fast pace. Bunch to the right. Going to drop back to pass, and has got some time, and it's going to just throw it to the tight end, who's going to get some extra yards up to about the 30-yard line. And he gets out of bounds, too. So 112 remaining in the second quarter. Missouri has all 3 timeouts. Like I said, second down about 2 or 3. So I said doing pretty good. If you're Missouri, you're all the way back at your 1-yard line. You're going to have a little bit of a drive. And, it's pretty good. I'm looking at the bottom and seeing the Phillies absolutely destroying the Braves, and that's hilarious. Like I said, I'm not a Braves fan. A lot of my friends are Braves fans. I'll watch them because they're like one of the things that are actually on for me like during July. But second down 3, Bo's got all time to throw. Throws a little bit. Oh, he set him up. He set him up so bad. Bo, that was terrible. Oh, Bo. So Bo tries to throw to his tight end in the flat, and now the tight end's down on the ground because he set him up. He set him up so bad. Too high of a throw up here and goes over his head, and like I said, basically just leaves that rib to be absolutely just obliterated by Central Arkansas. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him, but like it looked like it hurt. Like up here, and then shoulder pad right in his ribs. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Yeah, he's like I say he's down on the ground. I think he's just out of air. That's Brett Norfleet. He's up and good. So like I said, I think we'll just say he lost it. He like yeah, you can look at his face. He just lost his air. He lost his breath. I've never had it happen to me, but I have done it to somebody else, and it's not it's it yeah yeah. When you can't breathe because you got like legitimately hit so hard and basically your rib cage, that sucks. All right, so 107 left to go in the second quarter. Third down and three. Ooh, almost got him to jump off sides. All right, so from the 30-yard line, shotgun formation, going to be a handoff. And he's going to get the first down. Great cut there by number 20. Gained about 4 yards there, and a 103 remaining. And I don't know if Missouri caught. No, they didn't call timeout. Okay, good. Like I said, Missouri still has all three timeouts, so they're still in a good position. That's a false start. Yeah, absolutely, it's a false start. It was bunched to the right, and they try to hurry up a little bit, but unfortunately, a little bit too much. And false start. I think it's going to be on the tight end, actually. Oh, they called it on the 56. Is that the left guard? I don't know. They called it offensive lineman. So in order to avoid a 10-second runoff, they call the first timeout. So still have two timeouts. 56 seconds remaining. First down and 15 for the 35. What is happening to me? Sorry, I was listening paying attention earlier. All right. I will say this. I am very glad I'm not listening to Aaron Murray. I cannot stand Aaron Murray. For obvious reasons. One, I hate him as a Georgia quarterback, but I also don't like him as a commentator. I don't know. Anytime that he has to talk about Auburn football is like needles for him. Bo drops back and pass, throws, and nice little throw there, up to number two. And, ooh, he gets close. He got really close to first down, but it's going to be second down at about two. Try to tiptoe along the sideline. So it'll be second down and two, 48 seconds remaining. He still got out of bounds, though, so that's still good. I wouldn't be surprised if Missouri calls a run play here, gets the first down, and calls another quick play. So they're going to send tight end motion over to the left. Running back to his left. Now, switch it over. Going to be running back to his right. And going to drop back to pass. Going to throw, and great catch by number two. And he's going to be a yard short. So it'll be first and goal from, that's a bad spot, from the 2-yard line. 42 seconds remain. Still two timeouts for Missouri. So, I mean, they can just keep on trying to run the ball here. I mean, that's what I would do. And it can be timeout, their last timeout by Central Arkansas. That's fair. You call your last timeout. It's 41 seconds remaining. If Missouri scores in this next play, you still have like about 30-something seconds remaining. You could possibly get in field goal range. Like I said, not a great throw by Bo, but great catch by number two. So far, what I'm seeing, I like Missouri's wide receivers. I like number three. Like I said, he's the transfer from Mississippi State. Is it Jefferson or is it Jackson? Johnson, number two. He's a speedy kind of guy. Like I said, he's got some great moves. He's the one who has a touchdown. And then obviously, like I said, I like Ahmad. So I like the skill positions. I like what they've done. I am just kind of concerned about Bo. It's been good. Like I say, they show right now 18 for 22, 203, 51 yards rushing. He's got himself a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown, but it is Central Arkansas, and there's been some throws that's been kind of questionable for Bo. So it looks like an I formation. and going to be a handoff, and he's going to he gets like a yard, so he's second and goal from the 1. 33 seconds remain. Clock's ticking down. Hey there, Dobie. Oh, Dobie, how do you feel as a Bears fan? How do you feel about Michael Parsons now being in your division? Because I do want to hear from you, Dobie. I want to hear from you how you feel about you know Darnell Wright going up against Micah Parsons. Also, Missouri, after that run, let the clock go down until about 17 seconds. Oh, they put about another second. So 18 seconds, then call timeout. So, like I said, they still have another timeout on the second and goal. I knew that trade would happen, so I bought one of them boxes that have older football cards. And the first card I got was Jim McMahon Bears card from his final year as a Bear. Nice, nice. Yeah, I mean, like I said, when it like yesterday I legitimately thought that there was a possibility because it was. Oh, are they doing a tush push? They're about to do a tush push, and it failed. He got like a yard, but he's like it's still going to be third and goal from the half-inch yard line, and Missouri's going to call the last time out. The next three cards were Brett Favre, Sterling Sharp, and Donald Driver. That's crazy. Three straight Packers. Three straight Packers. That's crazy. Such a bad omen. But now their pass rush definitely improves. But I would say at the cost of their run defense. Yeah, like I said, I'm interested to see if Wyatt is if they believe that Wyatt has developed enough where they have like him the strength. You have what's his name? They just drafted him this year in like the fourth round from Georgia as well as their nose. Um, I'm interested to see how their run defense does because, like I said, Mike Parsons, he's a great pass rusher. Obviously, like his run defender is not his strong suit, but you still have Rashawn Gary, who is a good run defender. You have two pretty good linebackers. Obviously, Quay Walker has his issues, but like Edgerrin Cooper showed out, so hopefully they know that continues. But third and goal from the 1 yard line from Missouri. Going to send the wide receiver in motion over to the left. Drops back to pass and is going to try. Great job! But I thought he was trying to go to 86. But tight end number 87, Norfleet, the one that had this wind knocked out of him, out of the back of the end zone for the touchdown. 25-0. 8 seconds remain in the second quarter, and they're probably just going to kick the field goal and make it 26-0. I bought that pack of cards yesterday. That's crazy too. That is crazy. Like I said, yesterday is when like a lot of the smoke was starting to happen, where obviously you watched the Pat McAfee show, like they were talking about it a lot too. And yesterday was when I was talking about it earlier. Yesterday was when I was like, I don't think that this Micah Parsons situation is going to be fixed with the Cowboys. So I kind of felt like he was gone. I didn't know if he exactly was going to go to the Packers because that's not something the Packers would normally do. But I mean, new leadership. It's still technically Goody, but new leadership. Now it's not Murphy anymore. What's his name? Shoot, I can't remember his name. But the new guy. At least we have until halfway through the season to figure out who our left tackle is. But people are saying that he goes after the right tackle, so that's Darnell Wright. Yeah, like I said, it's more likely Darnell Wright because like I said, a lot of Lions fans are like, we're not concerned. We got Penei Sewell, which is fair. Extra point's good, by the way. So 26 to 25. But he did not make the extra point. They didn't show the extra point going through, I guess. But I like Darnell Wright. I think he still has some more room for improvement. But I like your offensive line overall because obviously I was a big Ozzy Trapillo fan. think he was my. Ooh, was he my tackle 4? I can't remember if he was my tackle 4. Yeah, he was my tackle 4 because I actually had Kevin Banks as the guard. I still like him at tackle, but I like him better at guard. But he's going to be a tackle, which is fine. Like I said, he's going to be in that New Orleans scheme, which is fine for him. Um, and obviously, like I said, you're going into I think your last year for your right now your left tackle, but returned up at 25, up to the 30, down to about the 33, and there's 2 seconds remaining, and that's going to be pretty much it. They're probably just going to throw a Hail Mary or something like that. F. Green Bay and Jerry Jones and C now. Yeah, I just like I talked about it before. I've seen the Jerry Jones documentary twice already. I watched it one for an Asheville because I thought I was going to do a video on it. I was like, I might do a video on it, but then I was like, nah, I'm good. Because it was just like it was kind of just talking about like Jerry, and I was like, nah, I don't really need to do that. And I really do think that in Jerry's mind, he's doing what's best for the Cowboys, but you can't have it both ways. That's my main thing. I was talking about it at halftime. 2 seconds remain. It's trips to the right and going to be a handoff to the running back who loses a yard. So it's 26. So it is 26. Okay, they just didn't change it. So it is 26-0 going into halftime. Like I said, it should be a blowout, so it's not going to be that wild. They had Theo Benedict at left tackle. The one from wait. Isn't that the one that had the American flag underwear in That's a weird sentence. The American flag underwear in Hard Knocks. Isn't that yeah, that is Theo. That's what him at left tackle? As like a backup or like, legitimately like, potential starter. And they have Trapillo is now the backup right tackle, and they're saying he's more comfortable on that side, but of course he is. Yeah, that's where he was. I thought there was a potential for him to switch over, but I would, like I said, I try to keep people where they are. But because Darnell Wright felt pretty comfortable with him sticking at right tackle, and you took Ozzy in the second round, which feels like you're like pretty comfortable with him trying to be able to start. So, um, that's where he played most of his time in college, but he needs to be our left tackle. That's exactly. I hope that's all smoke and mirrors just for him to be starting week 1 at left. Like I said, especially with the moves you made, in particular getting Joe Tooney. Like Joe Tooney next to Ozzy Trapillo would be so great for you because Ozzy Trapillo is excellent pass protector. He needs to work on his run blocking. Like I said, that's definitely not one of his strongest suit. But like he's got great footwork. He's got great hand placement. His powers needs to get a little bit better. But like as far as like having a pass protector that's going to be able to protect Caleb Williams' blind side, I love that. And now you have Joe Tooney, who is a veteran, who is absolutely a dog. I mean, like who was it? Oh, who was it that was talking about it? Oh, it was Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver was talking about in the Hard Knocks. He was talking about Joe Tooney. Like legitimately like and Ed Oliver is an absolute demon in the middle of the defense. So I like your offensive line. I am interested to see how Ozzy does because, like I said, him, Braxton Jones. Because I mean, if I'm the Bears, obviously not going to pay. You're not going to pay Braxton Jones when you just drafted Ozzy Trapillo. But I think things are going to be looking up for the Bears at the same exact time. Is it going to be this year? I think you're going to have a decent year. You're going to be. I see the Bears as pushing for the playoffs, but not making it. Um, Theo Benedict is a starter. That is kind of crazy because if I remember correctly, he's a little bit undersized, right? Let me check and see. I might be wrong on this one. Let me double check. I mean, hey, look, if he has been absolutely outstanding for y'all, uh, okay, so he gained a little more weight. He's 304. Still, that's a little bit crazy. Yeah, hmm, Let me read up a little bit more on that. Does ESPN have him as a starter? Let's see. No. Maybe that might be smoke and mirror. Maybe that might be smoke and mirror. Usually ESPN's usually pretty good on this. Is like who's actually going to be a starter or not. So maybe not. Let's see. Ben Johnson said that the week one starter may not be the one you see all year long. So hopefully they're just getting Ozzy to slide in when he's ready. That's fair. Braxton is the backup. Okay. Because like I said, I like Ozzy Trapillo, and I would really like for my take to be good, because so far I've had some pretty good